Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of The Time Machine. My name is Andrew Green and I will be taking you back to memory lane as I cover everything like old movies, TV shows, toys, sports, music, wrestling, conspiracies, and everything else in between. Today, we're going to start this podcast off the right way as I talk about one of my favorite shows and possibly the best Nickelodeon show of all time. Drake and Josh. Me and my good friend Marc Moland discuss our favorite moments from the show and some of our favorite episodes, as well as some things that happened in the show that we quite don't understand what exactly happened. We talk about where we think the characters will be if they decided to do a reboot of the show 10 years later. And we also sing, that's right, we sing one of the greatest songs of all time that was in the movie Drake and Josh Go to Hollywood. It's a song that wasn't on any of Drake Bell's albums. It's a fantastic song, and it should be number one everywhere. So here we go. The first ever episode of The Time Machine starts right now. Now entering The Time Machine with Andrew Green.
But I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way.
I'm here with a really good friend of mine, Marc Moland. What's up, Marc?
Not much, man. I'm glad to be on here.
Definitely, man. Yeah, you're the guinea pig. So if it fails, we go down together, but hopefully it doesn't. All right, Marc, what year were you born in?
I was born in 1998.
90? Oh, yeah, I'm born in 97, so I'm considered a 90s baby. You're considered, not really a 90s baby, because I remember part of 99. You probably don't remember any.
Yeah, I don't remember anything, really.
From 99. I remember a few. I remember in the Astrodome, so there you go.
Yeah.
But we were, so our childhood consisted of the 2000s.
Yeah.
We experienced a lot of things in the 2000s, like iDogs, the beginning of iPods.
Yeah.
We experienced the Disney Channel original movies.
Basically, like the transition into like the digital age where everything's at your fingertips now.
That's right. Yeah, exactly right. Because hey, we still had VCRs when I was little.
Yeah. Like I had tapes of like television shows, like SpongeBob and
definitely. And then when they had like the Nickelodeon movies on VHS, the tape was orange.
It was orange.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Speaking of Nickelodeon, though, we are here to talk about one of our favorite TV shows of all time. Probably the greatest TV show of all time from our generation. And that is, drum roll please, thank you, Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Drake and Josh. I would say, dude, that's not just a good, like, Nickelodeon TV show. It's a good show.
Yeah, like I took to watch it today and I'm still cracking up.
I was watching episodes yesterday, dude. I was laughing, man. It holds up.
It holds up. I mean, it really does. Like, I mean, it's just so timeless. You just can't explain it. Like,
it's so timeless, and like the comedy they had back then. I mean, it was kind of centered, I would say, for young adults is what it was.
Yeah.
Because with Drake and Josh, they're probably in their early 20s, late teens. They're in late teens, early 20s when they did that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like our sense of humor, and some of the stuff they say, I'm like, when I was a kid, that completely went over my head. But watching it back now, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You catch it. And it's so random, too.
Yeah.
I think that's part of every Dan Schneider show. It's like an iCarly. It's like, cabbages. Like, what's up with cabbages? I don't know, but it's random.
Yeah.
Drake and Josh, there's a lot of random stuff.
Yeah.
But let's begin with, we're going to start with our favorite episodes from Drake and Josh. Let's talk about our favorite episodes. Marc, you're the guest, so tell me some of your favorite moments.
So one of my favorite moments is
favorite moments.
Favorite episode. Probably my favorite episode is the foam finger episode.
The foam finger episode. Explain to me really quickly, briefly, the foam finger episode.
So the foam finger episode. So they're sitting at home, the whole family. You know, the parent, Drake and Josh, Megan, and they're watching a Padres game.
Watching the Padres.
San Diego
they live
Padres,
in San Diego. Yeah.
And anywho, sometimes it gets. The conversation in the room gets up to how the last time that Drake went to a Padres game, he got into a fight with a kid over a foam finger.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time Josh went to a Padres game, he also got into a fight with a kid over a phone.
And it turned out that kid
would eventually become would
become stepbrothers, and they didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So explain what happens to the rest of the episode.
So the rest of the episode is basically how they quote unquote break up in a way because Josh continues to hold it against him how Drake got the last foam finger at the concession stand.
And they both had different stories of how the fight started.
Yes.
And Megan called the guy who stole the foam finger, which was the guy with the eye patch.
Yeah.
Said, how'd you get in contact? It wasn't hard. Just called the stadium and said, can I talk to the guy with the eye patch? And here this guy, now bobbleheads.
Yeah, bobblehead. No more foam fingers.
But the fight really started with...
So the fight started. Drake thought that Josh started the fight. Josh thought that Drake started the fight. In reality, Megan started the fight.
Megan started because she threw the cookie.
Threw a cookie. It hit Drake in the head. And Josh, being Josh.
Remember the part? It's like, my dad's the weatherman. My mom loves the weatherman.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting married.
I know.
So why do you love that episode so much?
I just think it's just so relatable. I mean, like, I'm a big sports fan. I mean,
so relatable. You get in fights with your stepbrother that you don't have at
maybe not
Astro
that,
games.
Like, if I go to an Astros game and I'm like, man, that looks so cool. I really want one. And I'm like,
a foam finger, right?
A foam finger or anything. It could be a bobblehead or a jersey of some sort of like my favorite player.
And it's gone.
It's gone. Like, the one place that you know will have it, an Astros game or any sporting event for that matter, doesn't have it.
The thing is, though, he said that's the last one. Well, apparently they're not walking around the stadium because at Minute Maid Park there was like 10,000 little shops.
Yeah.
With the exact same thing. Just go there.
Go to the other shop. Like.
Speaking of that, have you ever gotten in a fight with a kid?
I have not, actually.
You haven't gotten in any fights with anyone?
Mm-mm. Not with the kid. Not like over something stupid.
Oh my gosh, man. I don't know if I'll waste my time with that. But we were at a scout when I was in Boy Scouts. Mm-hmm. There was a little like a scout convention, right? It's called Scout Fair is what it was.
Oh,
Scout Fair. There the Rockets were there and they're handing out stuff.
Oh wow.
I was with John Lynn Coker at the time, which is an old friend of both of ours. But I was probably 12 at the time. He's probably the same age, and they were throwing like out shirts. And there was this little jerk of a kid that was standing next to me. That when the shirt came, he like pushed me out of the way. I said, "What the heck, man?" He's like, "Yeah." He was being a real like poop head. Then Jonathan came out of nowhere. He pushed him. Jonathan came out and he pushed the kid, and then the kid pushed him back. And then this big old lady came by. She said, stop it. She turned to Jonathan. She's like, "What are your parents?" And Jonathan just like stared at her and ran away. So yeah, that's my fight with the child story.
Nice.
Well, I was not fight with a child. I was a child at the time, so I'm not beating up kids.
Children fighting children.
Children fighting children.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll tell you my favorite Drake and Josh episode of all time. The guitar.
Yes.
This was season 2, one of the first episodes, which I relate to because it's like music. Okay, so the thing is, there's a band called Zero Gravity in this show. Devin Malone, and so basically, Drake's listening to the radio. It was like, if you want Zero Gravity tickets, you have to be the ninth caller when you hear the seal. Arr, arr, arr. So I love it. The episode's so funny because he's sitting in the classroom and he gets up when the teacher's teaching. Attention, everyone, can I have your attention? And the teacher's like, "Drake, I'm teaching." He's like, "Yeah, and you're doing a great job." And okay, so that happens. Basically, he wins the ticket to Zero Gravity, right? And he gets autographed guitar, part of the radio contest. And when Josh tries to plug the guitar into the amplifier, it blows up. It's like, oh no, I have to go get a new guitar. So he goes to the Guitar World in the show, and he goes to the guy. He's like, "Excuse me, do you share guitars?" "Gee, at Guitar World? I don't know." It's like, okay, sarcastic. Dude, I can quote that whole scene, and I'm not going to. But it's it gets the guitar, $1,200. Then he goes to the Megadome.
Yeah.
And he goes to the security guard. He's like, "Oh, there's Devin Malone by the cupcakes." "Cupcakes where?" I just watched this episode yesterday, so that's why it's so fresh to me. So he sees Devin Malone, and then Drake comes and everything, and then Devin Malone signs the guitar, and his hand's still in the guitar case, and Josh closes the case and it lands on Devin Malone's hand. "Oh no, we can't play guitar." "Oh, my hand!" And then the tour manager, "Hey, are you hit?" "Yes." "Is it your hand?" "Yes." "How many fingers am I holding up?" "I don't care." So funny. Oh, dude, I love it. And then Drake ends up playing Okay, it's Devin Malone. He's the lead singer, right? I always wondered. Okay, so Drake takes over his position of playing the Zero Gravity show.
Yeah.
Does Devin Malone not go on stage?
That's a good point.
Because he's like, play good kid. It's like, well, Devin Malone, he's a singer, right? Does he still go out there? I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
Because he's still standing off stage when Drake goes on stage. You never see him walk out with the band.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so...
I mean, even though he'd be in pain, he could still technically sing.
He can sing.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And it was his right hand just with strumming. And, I mean, who knows? But I've always wondered, is Devin Malone... Did he play that night? I've always wondered that.
Yeah. That's interesting. That really blows my mind.
See,
like,
I have more things of Drake and Josh that things happen in the show and things that I don't that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
That was one of them. It did Devin Malone play? He's a lead singer, but was just Drake?
Yeah. I mean, did Drake sing or did Drake just play? Or
I know. If I was a fan, okay, let's put it in my shoes. I love the Foo Fighters. Huge Foo Fighters fan. It's every kid's dream, musician's dream. Like I don't call myself a musician, but I play guitar. I did know a lot of Foo Fighters songs. Haven't played them, but a dream would be if one of the guitarists that I can't play, who knows all the songs, I do, get on stage play. That's a lot of people have. If you love music, if you play an instrument, that's one of your dreams. To play on stage with your favorite band. Drake lived that dream. That's why I love it. But in my instance, Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters, awesome. If his hand got smashed in a guitar case, of course he would still go on to play. He's broken his leg, and he still played that day, but that's his leg. Yeah. But he still have 2 more guitar players that could play for you if he broke his arm. Like, Dave Grohl would still go on stage and sing because he can. He just won't play guitar. He doesn't even play the guitar half the time. He just holds it. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Devin Malone, sure enough, if he didn't want to sing, that's just being lazy and stupid.
Yeah.
So I think Devin Malone would have sang that night.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cause I mean, I guess Drake can sing. I mean, we've seen him sing in episodes.
He
before,
sings,
but that's just I don't know if he sings in that show in that with Zero Gravity.
Yeah, well, Devin Malone, because his picture on the Megadome, Zero Gravity, there's Devin Malone's face, so it has to be the front man. He has to be the singer.
Yeah.
Why isn't he got a broken hand? Why isn't he singing?
Yeah.
Is Drake taking over? He's not that good.
Yeah.
Drake is. Okay, but we're going to go back to Drake Parker songs in a little bit. Right now, I want to get to things I don't understand from Drake and Josh show. One of them was the guitar. I'm going to go to one right now that's always confused me because they're taking it so out of context, the Theater Thug episode.
The Theater Thug.
Where there was the FBI...
Another good episode.
It was a good episode, but FBI Most Wanted. Josh does a reenactment of the Theater Thug, which is a guy that robs movie theaters. How has he gone away with robbing so many movie theaters? Wouldn't people be wondering? When they know. Okay, but the thing is, they do the reenactment. Then after that, people think that Josh is the Theater Thug.
Yeah, and what's weird, like, they even say, they're watching the episode live, and they're like, just FYI, this is not the real Theater Thug. The real Theater Thug looks like this, and they show the picture of him.
It does look a lot like Josh.
It does.
Looks nothing like Josh. The thing is, though, I don't get... they put Josh up and gets disguises. And he has a weird afro as the 70s, and he walks through the crowd. It's a Theater Thug. Why would the Theater Thug be dressed like that?
Yeah.
What do you think? That's the Theater Thug.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy. Like, I mean, the thing that blew my mind the most is the fact that they said on the show the video is not the real Theater Thug.
I know. It's
they
like
showed the real Theater Thug.
They know Drake. You were on FBI's Most Wanted. Yes. That was me. It's like, oh, Josh, that's the real Theater Thug. What a coincidence, the real Theater Thug and the actor from the Theater Thug episode being in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
That episode I just never got. I don't like watching that episode because that's all I can think about.
Yeah.
Why would the Theater Thug? And then when the Theater Thug actually is robbing the movie theater, when the police come in, no, they don't go after the guy in the ski mask with the ski hat, wearing all black, holding the bag, pointing the finger. No, they're robbing the guy who's wearing the uniform that works at the movie theater.
At the premiere.
I never understood that. I just haven't. That episode I don't like.
So this is something that I don't understand in one of the episodes, and I like the episode a lot. The driver's license episode.
Yeah.
Drake. I mean, Drake is just going wild with the girl. And
when they're doing the driver's test, okay.
Yeah.
So Josh gets the really sassy person, the old grouch, the old grouch, and then Drake, he's like putting his arm around the
He
driver.
gets the young, attractive.
They go to the first of all, attractive drivers. There's not one attractive person at the DPS office. I can tell you that much. Not no. Why would a young hot blonde be working at a DPS office? Don't ask me. It's awful in there.
They just look so miserable.
As soon as they go in there, boom, there are. I know, right? But
I mean, I guess I would be too if I had to sit at a desk and talk to people for 8 hours a day or 12 or however long the shift
when
is.
it's like, but what don't you get about that episode?
So what I don't get, so like he's taking the test. I mean, I do sort of get. I mean, Drake typically had better luck than Josh, and him getting the better looking driving instructor doesn't surprise me much. But what I don't get is that they went to the drive-thru, like in the middle of the driving
Right?
test. They went to the
He's
Inside
eating,
Out
like-
burger, and then she's telling him like, "Oh, you want a French fry? No, I can't. I got to keep my hands on the wheel."
Right?
And then another thing that I don't get, so like, and this is further on. So obviously
Yeah.
Drake did not pass the driving test, but the girl like, "I had a great time. Here's my number,"
But you don't pass.
you don't pass. And then Josh does pass because Josh is, I mean, doing the right thing, whatever. All he did was roll up the window on the old grouchy arm.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
my arm! You know, she says it. But so anyway, so whenever Josh gets a ticket for running a stoplight, and like Drake kind of holds it over his head and makes him be his chauffeur.
Yeah.
So they go to the movie theater, right? And he meets like this college girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And Drake kind of pretends to be
He
in
lies
college.
about his age. Yeah.
And that also doesn't really surprise me because people do that, I guess. But what does surprise me is like, you know what? I have a driver. His name is Chives. Who named their son Chives? Like,
Unless you're from like South America or some country like that.
but Josh.
Well,
I
South
mean,
America isn't a country. No, but
South America.
South America. Yes, Peruvian pup peppers. I'll move on, and this is the part I really don't. Oh my gosh! So when they spend all the money, when their mom and dad go out of town, right?
Drake and
they
Josh
give them money,
in.
yes, and they buy money on a Mexican speaking robot. Is like, me llamo Roberto Roboto. Por favor, no. Por favor. And then, yeah, the people, they don't need a house. So it's like, oh, we're going to lie and say our house is a hotel. All right. Who in the right mind will come into a house? Oh, this hotel looks just like a home. I gave it, they put it off as Airbnb. They'd say, oh, but it's Airbnb. You can stay here for the room.
But this is before Airbnb.
Exactly. And they make it like a house. Automatically, how would they not notice the other houses when they're driving through the neighborhood?
Yeah. And then also, like, they're high school kids, so they're like 16, 17.
It's like,
Oh, we own a hotel.
we're Drake and Josh in.
Yeah. Like,
It's like, oh, it's a family business.
That I agree. But one more thing that I don't understand. So, like, you're talking about they spent all the money. Why didn't they just take their stuff back?
Right. You were that Mexican robot, man. That's a collector's item.
I mean, I just don't understand why they didn't go back and get a refund. That way they could have some money, you know. But there's a lot of things that I don't understand. But, like, another thing.
Just in life, I don't understand a lot of things in life.
But in that episode, MTV showed up.
MTV, and then Helen gets on there and she starts saying, I want to hold you.
Yeah.
Please, you wrap my arms.
And like the parents, of course, they're in LA or wherever. I can't remember what city they were at, but
They went to LA.
LA.
They're
So
in
they're in the
Sydney.
hotel. Look, and Walter, look, honey, look at this lady singing on MTV.
How do they not know that's Helen, though? Have they
Yeah,
not met
like
Helen
haven't they
before?
met? That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, there's a possibility that they haven't met Helen, but like, I would think that they would have met his boss, Josh, because he's Josh's boss
Yeah.
at some point before. I know later on they definitely met, but anyway, so like the fact that they're like, nah, it's not our house. It just looks really similar to
Right.
it. Like,
And then they fake a gas leak, right?
Yeah.
And then they get arrested at the end. The parents.
yeah, the parents get arrested.
Because it's for licensing a broadcast, not having a license.
Yeah.
But why would you get arrested for that?
Yeah.
You would just get a fine.
Yeah.
But if I come in here and bring MTV to my house and host something, the police aren't going to come by and arrest me.
Yeah, like, and I just think one more thing, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I think it was while the parents were watching it on TV. So when they call home
Yeah.
and they hear the air horn to tell everybody
Yes.
to be quiet,
How do they not hear it from the phone?
how do they not see that on the TV either? So like everybody just kind of turns and looks towards the kitchen, why didn't so like
Why-
how did the parents not see it on the TV that everybody just kind of stopped and then also
Oh, they did because it showed the TV and everyone just stopped and like, why is it stopped? Then as soon as the phone hangs up, people continue to party. Well, there's more things I don't really understand. It's like, oh yeah, just really quick. Not going to the treehouse. They make the treehouse look super like, dang, Josh is a carpenter. He can build a darn good treehouse.
Yeah, like that's like something you would see in like Tree Houses Monthly or something like
Right?
that. Like,
There's the helicopter.
yeah.
Where they jump out that. Where's the helicopter go after they jump out of it?
Yeah, I mean, eventually it got to run out of gas and crash or
I
something.
know. They owned what, $250,000, $500,000
Yeah.
for that.
You owe me $250,000.
Another one was
What about? You remember the Lucky Shirt? So it
it
was whenever
those were
Drake
the
was
early
dating Mrs.
episodes.
Hafer, the teacher.
Hey, Mrs. Hayward's daughter.
daughter, yes. And Josh is like, I just bought me this Lucky Shirt, and he's been having a lot of good luck.
Yeah,
and
the
they're like
chicks
fighting.
would make out with them.
Yeah, they're fighting over the shirt, and it ripped.
He puts on the sleeves.
Yes, and the good luck happens to both of them. Like the girlfriend breaks up with Drake, so Drake doesn't have to go to summer school, and Josh is still getting in there with the ladies, so which is better than he's done his whole life.
Yeah.
So I just think that's an interesting episode. But I think at the very end where they're like, nah, it's not a Lucky Shirt, and they stitch it back together, or whatever, and and the hobo.
Remember? Okay, so during the credits of the show, there will be like a little screen to the side.
Yeah.
That will be the last part of the episode. In the episode, it was a hobo that was wearing the shirt, and he won the lottery.
Yes. Yes, that shirt really was a Lucky Shirt.
That was a lucky shirt. Where is it now? If you know where it is now, you can treat us at Twitter, even though I don't use it much, at Andrew Paul Green.
At Marc Moland.
And let us know where the lucky shirt is, because I really want to know. I need it.
Like,
I
just
need that
think-
lucky shirt.
And even if it's just like a sleeve, I'll wear the one sleeve because
Yeah.
they wore the sleeve and they still got the good luck. So
It looks so tacky, though.
it's an ugly shirt, but it's a lucky
That was a nice
shirt.
vest.
Yeah.
You know, hey, but he just wore the sleeves to make it so casual. Like, are you serious, man?
Oh man.
Well, that's all I guess we don't get from the show. There's more, but just some of our favorite Drake and Josh moments, episodes. You go.
So I like the honor council with like the.
Okay, that's the other thing I don't get. How did she put the whole car in the
Yes.
classroom?
That's another thing. So the honor council, the car is in the classroom.
Oh yeah, let me rug the. Okay, so if you don't remember this episode, season 1 or 2, one of the first episodes.
I think season 2,
So
but early.
what it was, it's when Mindy was still evil, and then one day they walk into class, and Mrs. Hafer's car is in the classroom, and they suspect Drake of doing it. So they basically have a whole trial, and
in front of the honor council.
and from the honor council, which was like the principal is the judge. But what really happens that Mindy took the evil genius. I think she's more evil than Megan.
Yeah.
Like, she took a car, more smart than Megan, she took the car apart, and it somehow ended up in the middle of the classroom. How did she get it in there?
How do you fit it through the door?
How do you fit it?
You can't fit it. You have to like elevate it to get it through the window.
Apparently, she had to go piece by piece by piece. She's a master mechanic.
Like to do that to take it all apart and put it all back together so a typical school day lasts what, like 7-8 hours? So that means you have about 16 to 17 hours to take apart a car and put it all back together.
But notice Mrs. Hafer was probably home asleep when the car went missing.
Oh, that's a good point. So we'll just say hypothetically. So let's say that their school starts at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So realistically, Miss Hafner's in bed by 10 or 11 p.m.
Sure.
So we'll just say 10 p.m. So you have from 10 to 12, which would be 2 hours, and then the 8 hours to 8 o'clock to put it all together, or take it all apart,
Take
put
it
it all back
apart.
together. But you can't be finished right at 8 o'clock because there's a pretty good chance that the teacher will be there.
Janitors, man. I drive by the school at sometimes midnight. There's still a janitor calling in the parking lot.
Yeah, and like I'm sure the teachers get there early, like so. I mean, maybe an hour early. So
let's say the school starts at 8. Teachers would be getting in at 6:30.
Yeah, that's when they like start coming in. So you'd have to be finished by 6:30, and so you start after the janitor leaves. So I'm thinking maybe she might have stolen the car, taken it to the parking
I'd say
lot,
she had to find a way to get it.
and then I guess waited out until the last janitor left, took it all apart, put it all back together.
But that means getting the whole body off, getting the motor off, somehow getting the frame that's welded together, through the door of the school or wherever she put it through.
And then through the classroom door.
All by herself.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing. I don't know how she did it. That's the number one thing of things I do not understand. How she got if you know how to get a car through a classroom, again, tweet us.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Because I want to see that.
Oh my god, I have to YouTube that. We're gonna have to try it one day.
Yeah.
Trying to get, man, I'll give up right now just looking at the car. No way I'm gonna to get that thing apart. We're gonna get to it, Mark. So all we know, the theme song to Drake and Josh is one of the most iconic theme songs out there. How could I never find out it'd be so simple, but I found a way. I found a way. If you open up your mind
and see what's inside.
It's we're not going to sing the whole thing, but you get the idea. It's a really great theme song and everything. So Drake is don't play it yet, but Drake is a very he wrote that song, you know. He said on a podcast that no, don't play it yet. Don't play it yet.
Don't got it.
That's not I Found a Way. But Drake wrote that theme song to I Found a Way, and Dan Schneider was like, "Oh, cool." And so Drake, I know that Drake liked doing the show because he could like play his own guitar stuff, and he did use like his original music for the show, which was really cool.
He could sort of, in a way, just be himself.
Exactly, and that's one of the greatest like compliments you can give an actor. It's like if they're a musician, it's like, oh, you can use our songs.
Yeah.
You can use an original song. Like, that's a really big compliment to the singer-songwriter actor guy. Cause, oh, sweet, I can use my own stuff for this. That's awesome. But one of our favorite songs ever, Mark. I would say one of my favorite songs of all time. One of your favorite songs of all time.
This song deserves to be number one.
It's not on Apple. Okay, so the movie Drake and Josh Go to Hollywood. When the producer from TRL was in the stall, Josh slid his laptop under the stall door. It's like, hey, and he's like, oh, your band's on. Then they get kidnapped by the people printing money.
Yeah, the people printing money, yeah.
And then they're going to miss TRL. So what happens? They hop in Tony Hawk's car.
A Dodge Viper.
His red Dodge Viper. And they drive all the way to TRL to get there just in time. If he didn't show up hours before that, they would have canceled TRL. That's why I don't understand. He shows up right at the moment. Like, 60 seconds. Oh, you're here. Great. No, they would have canceled it hours ago.
Like, you should have been here 2 hours ago.
For sound check, I know. But he goes on to sing a song called Hollywood Girl, right? And I think, dude, it's such a good song.
And it bothered me so much that it's not on Apple Music.
It's not on Apple Music.
I think every other song from Drake and Josh is except for this.
He has no album on there, but Hollywood Girl, okay, play it and put it closer to the speaker. There we go. Starting. Dang. Hollywood girl, I lost a dream. The chorus is what gets me. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Season dreams, I just pretend. She can't stand it.
Why did it have to happen to me? Why did it have to hurt so bad? They ready for the drums. In this town, I started up, but I found out. I like the harmony. City lights. Okay, that's enough.
Oh, man.
Dancing around,
That's one of the greatest songs of all
I've heard
time.
up, I sure feel proud.
But that song is on YouTube.
City lights. I know it's like 3 million views or something.
It's something like 1.6 million views.
It needs to have 1 billion.
It should have more views than Gangnam Style by Psy. Like, this is
Even though this is just basically a blue screen with the lyrics on it.
such a good
That's
song.
a video. But the song itself is. That I remember when he's like doing TRL. I just remember watching. Okay, so why that stuck in my head is because after like 8th grade, after Christmas, I think it was after 8th grade, after Christmas break, this is when we got out of school for Christmas break. I came home. And me and my dad were just chilling on the couch. And Drake and Josh Go Hollywood. My dad was like falling asleep during it. He was like taking a nap. But I was watching it just the whole time. And then then that song came on. like Hollywood Girl, why did it have to happen to me?
Yeah.
And then I remember when I got that song was stuck in my head for like the rest of the Christmas break.
Yeah.
Even like sitting in class at school, it's like, why did it have to hurt so?
Ooh,
I was singing.
bad.
It's like, bam, 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 in this town. And then, I tell you what? 2 years ago, when I was still at St. Jack, I would play it in the car.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, that's a good jam, man.
That's why I wish it was on Apple Music so bad. Like, if Drake Bell is listening to this, he needs to
Please, you know
just
what?
put it on Apple Music.
I'm
Do the world a
lucky.
favor.
I'm lucky if one person listens to this right now. Oh, who's calling you?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna answer.
We're discussing something important. It's from Deer Park. So
Yeah, it's my neck of the woods. But if they need me, they'll leave a voicemail.
But now people know where we live now.
Yeah.
But
the thing is,
but I'll be lucky if one person listens to this because I still don't know if this is gonna be the practice episode or not. I'll probably just put it out there, man. What the heck, YOLO. If you listen to this, I thank you so much, and please let me know if you have made 37 minutes. If you made it 37 minutes through, please let me know because because we're just ranting about Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
This show. Why does this show resonate with you for so long?
I just think, like, when I first started watching Drake and Josh, I sort of like grew up with Drake and Josh in a way. Like,
I was in first grade when it came.
Yeah, like, I mean, I basically watched it from start to finish. I mean, it was one of the few shows in my lifetime where this is a different example. So like SpongeBob, I watched SpongeBob a lot, but like
Sure, 20 years.
I got I guess too old for SpongeBob or whatever, and I haven't watched an episode of SpongeBob in a long time, like or at least a new episode. Like I haven't watched probably a new episode since like 2007 or something like that. But I just think with this, you know, I mean, it was long enough to where like I caught at the right time to where like I'm old enough to watch, you know, and I can remember everything. Like I started watching it at an age where I was old enough to still remember.
Yeah.
And I continue to watch it throughout the rest of its history.
Yeah.
And
I ran over Oprah.
yeah. And you know, it ended sort of sudden for me because, you know, I watched the episode. So you remember Drake and Josh, Really Big Shrimp?
I never seen that all the way through, believe it or not.
So you need to watch it.
Not in one sitting.
That I haven't seen it in years, since like probably like the year it came out. But that episode was supposed to be like the series finale.
Yeah, they still do Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh.
Well, they did, but after Merry Christmas or before Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh, they did the helicopter episode and the dance contest.
Yeah, the dance contest did they?
After Really Big Shrimp, even though Really Big Shrimp was technically supposed to be like the finale. So after seeing Really Big Shrimp, I was like, man, it's over. But then they had so like that. It was in the fall whenever they started like all their new seasons for everything.
Yeah.
And they did the dance contest and helicopter episode. I was under the impression that they were going to continue to make more. That it was going to be another season.
They must have done Really Big Shrimp after they did the dance contest. Because let me tell you, dance contest is not a good episode to leave a series off.
It's not, but they go like, I mean, like if you look it up, they show like the episode order. Really Big Shrimp was supposed to be the finale, but for whatever reason, they aired Really Big Shrimp first, and then they aired the helicopter.
They probably just got it backwards for some reason.
For whatever, I don't know if it was an accident or what, but it would have made more sense for Really Big Shrimp to be the last episode, because it sort of left us hanging after the helicopter episode. I'm thinking, oh well, we got more episodes coming. It's just the new season, and it was only one new episode.
And they still did the Christmas movie.
Yeah, they did the Christmas one about a year later. But I was crushed that they thought that the helicopter episode was the last episode. I was crushed because I thought we were gonna have more episodes.
Yeah.
So
I want to see what happened to. Well, you know what happened? I feel like they did do a spinoff of Drake and Josh. Crazy Steve was a crazy guy, right? Mm-hmm. He moves to Seattle,
kidnaps
Megan, and now boom, iCarly.
And the helicopter or the dance contest episode aired the same day that the premiere of iCarly did.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking it was a new season of Drake and Josh as well.
You know, Drake is in the theme song of
of iCarly.
Hey, how the theme song go?
Oh,
it feels so wonderful. Every time there's a background singer in the iCarly, that's Drake. It's Drake. It's all for you. I'll take this out of you. It's your time with me. Yeah, that's Drake. That's Drake. Boom. Things you didn't know. Facts here on the Time Machine.
Yeah. So that's why I was crushed because like I waited like 2 or 3 more weeks for another new episode.
And then
of
all of a
Drake
sudden
and
it's like,
Josh.
well, it's over.
Yeah, and
now,
like, it's over.
And then Drake and Josh didn't speak to each other for years.
Yeah, and then
And
Josh
then
didn't invite him to his wedding.
to his wedding. Now apparently
They're cool.
They're making vlogs. I feel like Drake's laugh is like fake sometimes.
Yeah.
His laugh is weird. Drake, you're awesome though. If you are listening to this, which I don't know, why would you be? Because you lived it. You don't need to hear 2 goons talking about it.
Yeah.
But I'd love to have you.
But I would love to have like a. I don't know if I want to have like another series. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
But okay,
like
so
a movie.
Walter and Audrey, the mom and dad from Drake and Josh, they got together recently on his Instagram, and he wrote, "What reunion?"
Oh, okay. So that
I would love to see a spinoff of just Walter, and
Yeah,
Walter
I
was so
mean-
funny.
I don't want it. I mean, like if they do a series, that'd be cool. But I want it to still be good. Cause like a lot of these older shows, like an example, like Full House.
Oh my
Original
gosh,
Full
Fuller
House-
House is the worst show of all time.
Original Full House was awesome.
It was
Fuller House,
so terrible.
not. I mean, they have some pretty good episodes, but I like.
I watched
Full House. To me, is so much better.
I watched the first season, half the second season. They still, what season are they on now?
I think they're on like 4 or 5.
God.
But the season that they're making right now is going to be the last one, they said. But I just don't, for whatever reason, the new spinoff is, and this goes for a lot of shows, whenever they have a spinoff, it's typically not as good as the original.
No.
Or like even if they have like a reboot,
So-
like Roseanne did a reboot.
Oh my god, that lady just screwed herself. She screwed the pooch, man.
That didn't go on
No.
very well. But I mean, if Drake and Josh got together and redid it or did a spinoff or a reboot or whatever, it'd be all right as long as it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still got to be the quality of it was back in the
And
2000.
I know Josh has a podcast, and I think he's talked about it a couple of times. He says he doesn't know if he would want to be a reboot because he talked about Dave Coulier, Uncle Joey from Full House when he had him on. They're saying stuff like, because he asked him like, how was it when you tried to do like a Full House reboot, Fuller House, and he's like, because there's still stories to be told, like what happened to Drake, what happened to Josh.
Yeah.
There have to be story, and he just wants to be sure that it won't be a waste of time
Yeah.
if they come back.
Like, I think it'd be kind of cool. That's why I think if they did a reboot, it might be better if they did like maybe like a mini series.
Well, what would you like to happen if they ever did a reboot?
Or like as far as like how, like if it'd be like a show or if it'd be like a.
If they just did a show, like where would what do you think Drake would have gone on to do? What do you think Josh would have gone off to do? Where do you think their lives would be if they came back 10 years later?
I feel like 10 years later, Drake, one or two things would have happened. I feel like either Drake's music career would have taken off.
Or he completely...
Yeah, and he's like sort of trying to find himself.
And he's like working at like a Best Buy or something.
Premiere.
Or a Guitar World.
Guitar World.
Hey, do you sell guitars here at Guitar World? Gee, I don't know.
And I don't know, Josh.
Josh would probably be like a doctor or something.
Yeah, like I feel
Married
like
to
he would have
Mindy.
gone to like Cal Berkeley or Stanford or somewhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I would imagine Stanford, California.
Yeah. Like gone off and done big things. And I feel like Megan still probably does her evil, vicious.
You know, well, she lives with her dad now in the military base.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Carly.
iCarly. And then I feel like Crazy Steve, if he's still in San Diego, is still crazy.
Probably in the... I would imagine Crazy Steve would have, like, calmed down. Now he works at, like, an anger management place where he's, like, helping people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I imagine that's how it would be. He's like, I'm helping people find their inner selves or something like that.
Yeah. Like,
Hey-
I too used to have anger management problems.
I, too, yeah. He would, like, be head of, like, a rehab center, I would
Yeah.
feel like. Helen would be probably still owning the movie theater.
Yeah.
I feel like, no, she married Kimbo Slice, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So she'll probably be living off of him, but he died, unfortunately. Kimbo Slice.
Yeah. That's crazy. That was sad.
In the show, yeah, married to Kimbo Slice. Because, man, who's calling
I don't
you?
know. I've had 3 calls. And then I feel like maybe Walter...
Walter's still the...
Well, he might have
remember
finally got that promotion
at Good Morning...
Good
not
Morning America or Today or whatever.
Good USA... It was, yeah, Good Morning America.
So it was like Good Morning America.
They thought that
He was cheating on
having
him.
the affair with the producer from Good Morning America.
But in
So
reality,
they sabotaged
it
her.
was job offers.
Remember they're spying on him? It's like, he's sitting on the bench eating a donut. What kind of donut? I don't know. I see sprinkles. I think it's jelly. What difference does it make?
Oh man, that's funny.
and then he's like, I can't believe it, Dad, she got Mom. Don't worry, brother, I'm here for you. And then when he's talking, he sees the girls go by and he goes and falls.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh man.
So yeah, I feel like he would probably I feel like he got a bigger weatherman job.
Yeah.
Still competing with Bruce Winchell. Craig and Eric. I'm Eric. I don't know.
I feel like they also probably would have gone.
They're probably. I imagine Eric probably got. No, Craig would have gone on to work like. I imagine they probably worked for like Google or somewhere in Silicon
they
Valley.
probably went to like Stanford as well or somewhere.
I imagine. They got. I'm in California.
They're in like the Silicon Valley or something.
Yeah, somewhere up there.
Apple or something.
Apple.
Or excuse me, Pear.
Pear. That's right.
For Pear.
Yeah, iCarly. It was Pear. Let's see now. And then Megan, we don't know what.
Maybe.
Well, we kind of talked about like iCarly. But...
Megan might have got a job with the San Diego Philharmonic or something. If there is a San Diego Philharmonic.
She played tuba, right?
She played the oboe.
Oboe, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Imagine she got into good school and she became like a vet or something.
Yeah. And
She'll be in the military, man. She can take down those terrorists like nothing. Dude, I saw something on Reddit last night. Conspiracies, like, all right, she was part of some crime ring. He's thinking about it. She gets those Peruvian pot peppers from some dude online. She's getting all these weapons. She has like the panel in her room that's spy. Like she's part of some black market
cult.
Gun. Not a cult. That'll be weird. A little girl in a cult. I imagine she's part of some of black market gun weapons trade thing.
Yeah. Especially being so young and having all of that stuff.
She's a evil mastermind, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. All right, well, so as we wrap up here, man, what would you say, obviously, Nickelodeon isn't what it used to be, obviously. Now they have a whole bunch. Dan Schneider's no longer with Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
They let him go after some time. And then after that, especially with the Me Too movement now, there's been some talk about things Dan Schneider may have done, but we are going to save that for a future episode.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then they just try to make the Thundermans and whatever.
Henry Danger.
A lot of superhero TV
a lot of
shows.
superhero stuff.
They tried to do one about haunting. They're still making SpongeBob after 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That show should have ended 15 years ago.
Honestly, I thought that it should have ended in the one where it was, what was it, like SpongeBob Truth or Square? I thought that was going to be the series finale, and then 10 years later, we still have it.
Yeah, they needed that. Yeah. We're going to save SpongeBob for another episode, because that's a whole other discussion. But besides that, Drake and Josh, I think, is honestly one of the last, because I think it lives up to other sitcoms.
Yeah.
That's been around. I think it's a lot better than whatever crap they go on TV these days.
Could watch it.
I'm going to be watching that show when I get it. If they ever release a box set of Drake and Josh, like complete series, I'm going to get it hands down. No joke. I'm going to watch.
If they ever put it on Netflix or whatever,
it's on Hulu, I think.
Oh,
but no, dude, it's a show I'm going to watch with my kids, man.
Yeah, like it's a good show.
Even though they did rip off that episode with Lucy when they were working at the sushi.
Yeah,
that Lucy episode with the chocolate, they totally. But who cares?
But they admitted to that too. They said
they did. I mean, I do like it because also they kind of show like an homage to Lucy.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like tipping their cat.
And that also wasn't the other. So they also did one kind of like a ripoff or like for Weekend at Bernie's with the Ashley Blake,
yeah, the kid president.
Yeah, kid president. It was like the Weekend at Bernie, where they were like carrying her, and she was like waving.
It's like she's just praying. She's a Presbyterian. Amen. I thought you were talking about the grandfather. The Nazi grandfather, not the Nazi grandfather, the World War II grandfather. It's like, General Patton, I got more Nazis. It's like, Nazi, I've been kidnapped by Nazi nerds. USA, USA, USA.
And he had his shoe as the phone.
Papa Nichols. What's the best line from Drake and Josh, you think?
Ooh, the best line from
I
Drake
reigned over Oprah.
Yeah, that's one of them right there. That's hard to pick one. That's one of them for sure.
It's hard, man. There's so many great lines.
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
Whoa, just take it easy, man. I'll tell you, one of my favorite ones, like, how many fingers am I holding up? Oh, I don't care! That's one of my favorite. It just is. It made me laugh so hard, man.
And then I like the other,
as soon as
remember
we end this,
the phone finger episode, they're arguing over the table, and Josh says, I hope you go bald. And Drake said, I hope they cancel Oprah. And Josh said, you take that back.
Probably the best line is like, are you calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther.
Yeah.
That's probably the best line ever.
One time
in high school.
Someone asked me, they said, are you calling me a liar? And I said, I ain't calling you a truther.
So the teacher asked that one. She said, are you calling me a liar? A kid said, I ain't calling you a truther.
Oh.
All of us kid, we just cracked up. And the teacher's like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah.
How can that ever find Hollywood Girl, though? If you haven't listened to Hollywood Girl, go listen to it.
Give it a
It's
listen.
going to change your life.
Tell Apple to put it on Apple Music.
Yes.
That's the one thing missing from Apple Music.
Do it. Tell Apple right now, hashtag Hollywood Girl. Let Apple Music know. Tell Drake Bell, hey, we should tweet him. Put Hollywood Girl on Spotify, iTunes, whatever.
Put it on Apple Music.
Put it up on Apple Music.
I pay, like $5.99 a month or whatever.
And Hollywood Girl
Is it on
what?
there?
It isn't on there. Put
The
Hollywood
only
Girl on
song
there.
that I need.
Why did it have to happen to me? Do we need to play it again?
Yeah, let's play it again.
Yeah. Just leave it off from where we played it.
Oh,
we have to start over. That's all right. We'll start it over.
we'll start over.
Dun, dun. Yeah. Take number 2, baby. Round number 2. Dang. Hollywood girl is lost within. Start on the out from the sand. She doesn't believe. Hilarious. Why did it have to happen to me? Down, 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 down. Why did it have to hurt so bad? Cause in this town, started up, but I found out. And the city lights, as they turn around, down, 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 down. I started up, but I fell down. That's the end.
Yeah.
City lights.
But that part is so good. Such a good song.
We're playing the whole song. I don't care. It's my podcast. In believing. I will put at the end of this podcast, I'm going to play out with the song.
Yeah.
Why did it have to happen to me? Dan, 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 dan. Why did it have to hurt so bad? Dan, dan, boom. In this town, down, 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 found up, but I found out. In the city lights. And the bridge. No, after this. The bridge, man, is where it's at. I don't know the lyrics.
Because it's not on Apple Music.
Then ready. Ha! Do it. I just down and I. Ah, dang it. The next one. Next one. Alright. Spin it around. Run it up, but I fell around. There we go. In the city lights. Dang, dang, dang. Well, the driver. Oh, the driver's gonna pick you up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. I hate that when I talk through the phone at the song.
Yeah.
But dude, honestly, that's such a good song.
It is.
I love it so much.
Like, that song, I don't know why, if maybe they did, why they didn't, like, release it to radio. That song,
It's not even on his album.
it's not even on his album, but that song would have been a hit.
It is a hit in our hearts.
It still could be, like, if it was released today, guaranteed it'd be on the Billboard chart, it'd be in the top 10. That would even be number 1. It would thump
It would be
Old
number
Town
1.
Road.
Oh my god.
If it could thump Old Town Road.
Wait, this is where we talk about old things, great things from our past, not new pieces of SoundCloud music they call quote unquote music. So we're not going to talk about that song.
Hollywood Girl would be the #1 song.
You say it with such seriousness in your face and your voice. He looks at me, gets real close. He taps his fingers on the Hollywood Girl will be the #1 song. I believe it. I believe you.
It's such a good song.
Well, with that said, hey Mark, thank you so much for technically being the first person on this podcast. Come back anytime, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Plenty of things I want to talk to you about. Anything you want to plug?
Plug.
Do you know what that means?
Not really.
Give us your Twitter handle.
Twitter handle @Marc Moland.
What's your-
MarcMoland. Same thing for Insta.
MarcMoland.
Yeah.
@Marc Moland.
I put some good stuff on there.
That's right. Well, hey, you do, man. A lot of sports related stuff. Hey, man. Thanks so much, man. Make sure on Time Machine Podcast, wherever you hear this, especially on like Apple Podcasts, make sure you subscribe and give me a 5-star rating, and tell me what you think. This is the first episode, so it can only get better or worse. I don't know. The balls are in no one's court. They're in mine.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna play it how I please.